All right, in this video, we're going to go over how to challenge a fish. So in the last video, I went over how to submit this fish, and we showed that we clearly submitted two different fish as the same submission. So if you notice that in a fishing competition, so let's go back to the original photo. You zoom in, you see it's a 20.5-inch channel, and you're like, okay, he has a 20.5-inch channel, but he has multiple photos. Let's go over, oh wait, this is clearly not the same fish. There's funny business going on. So let's click on the fish, hit challenge. If you can, it's already challenged because I tried doing this video a second ago and I messed it up. So you hit on challenge. You're going to pretend that wasn't clicked. You go down to what you think is wrong with the fish, click measurement incorrect, hit submit. And now that challenge goes to the administrator, submitted by you to the administrator. Just so you know, it does tell the administration who submitted that challenge. I love that feature as an admin because I'm not a fan of anonymous sources. I'm not a fan of anonymous tip-offs. If you're going to challenge a fish, I want you to put your name on it. And this challenge system does tell the administrators who challenges a fish. This way, if somebody, let's say somebody gets salty, they had a fish DQ'd, and they go in and they challenge every single fish for a certain reason, or if they're just being a difficult angler, the administrator can go in and see who is challenging every single fish. The challenge system, in my opinion, is set not so much to have more police on a tournament, but to help out administration in tournaments where there might be a larger number of competitors. This way, if an administrator can't get to every single fish, I know some administrators only judge the fish that were submitted for the cashing out places. I judge every single fish. I go in and look at every single fish. That doesn't make me a better or worse administrator, but I do. So if someone wants to challenge a fish, they can go in and challenge that fish. The administrator gets notified, and they go in, they read the challenge, and they compare it, and they either approve it or deny it. If they deny the challenge, the fish stays as is. If they approve the challenge, the fish leaves the leaderboard. And now we're going to do a real life. This is a fake tournament, so this doesn't mean anything. I already told Dan Shida that I will be challenging one of his fish. Him and I are fishing in a tournament against each other. So here's a 28.25-inch catfish. So we're going to click on this. We're going to open it up. Okay, let's pretend one of our rules was the entire fish has to be visible on the board. Let's pretend that's a rule. His petals here are covering part of the fish, and it's covering part of the board. So let's pretend that's one of the rules. It's not, but we're going to say it is. So we're going to go in here. We're going to click on the catfish. We're going to hit challenge. And we're going to find why. Let's see here. Bad measurement. So bad measurement would suffice in this case because the petal is blocking part of the fish. Full fish. The entire fish isn't invisible. It's clearly covered up by a little bit. We'll scroll down. I did this earlier. That's why the other. Submit. Now, I'm going to get a notification, and Dan's going to get a notification. Dan is not going to be told who challenged the fish. However, I am going to be told who challenged the fish, the administrator. And I'm going to get all the reasons why. So, now that it's challenged, I'm going to hit stop record here because I want you to see what the email looks like on the challenge side. Alright, so this is what your email is going to look like if a fish gets challenged on your side as the angler. It says Fishing Chaos, Kayak Mike, your entry for Fishing Chaos test tournament has been challenged. It tells you the tournament, the day it was challenged, and why. It says measurement incorrect. You can go to manage entry, and you can work on your own entry that way. So we'll click on manage entry. Takes me directly to the fish, and I can adjust anything I want as the angler to try and correct whatever the challenge says. So that's how the challenge system works. That's how you can correct your challenge as an angler. And I'm going to hit stop recording here for 1 second. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like from my side without giving up too much details from the administrative side. Alright, so from my side, this is what the challenge looks like. I'm not going to show the one I challenged for Dan because I did realize the latitude and longitude is here, and I don't want to publicly put out where he's catching his fish. I don't care if you have this lat and longitude because, one, it's not on the river, it's actually where I live, and I don't really care if you guys know where I live. So here we go. Excuse me. From my side, we hit review. I see the reasons why. I can either say you're full of it, I don't agree with your challenge, or I can say you're right. If I hit finish, and if I say you're right and I hit finish, it's going to say, are you sure? You're saying the challenge is correct, but you're going to still make the entry official. If I hit the X and I say, no, the challenge is incorrect and hit finish, it's going to make the submission official. Or I can just click deny and it will eject the fish or reject the fish. I'm going to make this fish official. So we're going to, I'm sorry. We're going to make this fish, I'm going to agree and I'm going to hit deny. Reason, what measurement incorrect? I'm going to say measurement incorrect. Submit. So the entry is denied. So now if we go to the tournament home, I just realized I have a whole bunch of windows open. I'm going to go to tournament home. No entries. It says there is a submitted entry, but no entries. And then from my side, if I want to go to the entries, fish entries, it's right here, 20.5. And I can go see denied right there. Boom. So that's all there is to challenging a fish. I actually may or may not be correct on being able to see who challenges. In the past, the administrators could 100% see who challenged a fish. I was just going through the system and I no longer see it. I just emailed the guys at Fishing Chaos and I said, hey, I used to be able to see who could deny and who couldn't. Or I used to be able to see who was denying fish or challenging fish. And I asked them if that feature is no longer an option because I, as an administrator, love being able to see who submitted a challenge. So, all right, that's all there is for challenging fish.